Yeah, I spent yesterday at the entire day at Miami Airport. Thanks, American Airlines. Oh, man. You know, their slogan is, "You're why we fly." Our slogan should be, "And you're why we don't fly." I mean, they canceled half of their flights again. They're still doing this, man. Talk about cancel culture. Whole new meaning for cancel culture. Yeah, we always go on about, immigrants taking our jobs. Could they please take some of the American airline jobs? Could they do that? Get these planes off the ground. Oh, telling you. Well, I got a lot of help behind the scenes. I want to thank my own Patty, my wife Patty. She's super, helpful in the back and gets it going. Yeah. Little love for Patty. And then my sister-in-law Cindy is helping. She's back there, making sure that the audio's good. And so is Scott Keene. He's given us a lot of help. So yeah, Patty's my Valentine, my sine qua non. She's a person that I just trust and admire most in the world. But the other day, I caught her cheating on Scrabble, on Words for Friends. You ever play Words for Friends?
With friends.
Words with Friends, that's right. And she's lying beside me, Googling what to do with her letters. I'm like, what do you get out of that, love? What do you get out of that? She's like, points. No, she had no shame at all, man. Yeah, Patty does permanent makeup, and she's been doing it for a long time. She's really good. She's a master, meticulous, and but sometimes, some of those, she's basically tattooing eyebrows and eyeliner, and so it's really like delicate work. Sometimes it gets away from her, like that time with Mike Tyson. Just, long way to go for that joke. Some people, though, for real, they get nervous with, needles around their eyes. And so Patty's like part life coach. The whole time she's doing it, she's going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It's like living next to a dance studio. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then there's like bzz, 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 bzz. Like a dance studio / dental office. I don't know. I just changed phones, and it's just amazing to me that we all hold in our hand the wealth of human knowledge. Any question we have under the sun answered in a half a second. It's amazing to me. Imagine how many bar fights could have been avoided if we had, like, what are you talking about? Tony Danza wasn't the freaking maid. Theory, was Tony Danza the maid? Careful, you're showing your age. You ever go to take a picture on your phone and the camera's turned back at you and you didn't realize it? Oh, it ruins my whole day. I'm like, I don't know. Now I'm thinking about Botox and retinol and life expectancy. Siri, what's the life expectancy of a pasty Irish guy who spent way too much time at the beach? I'm trying to get my beauty sleep. I think that's important. Yeah, curled up in the fetal position at the Miami airport. That's where I get my. I saw an ad for these sleeping pills where the mascot was an owl, which a creature that doesn't sleep at night. Would you like to be up all night with wide eyes and hear every tiny thing? Right, damn it all. This is just in, another frivolous lawsuit. You know how much I love those. A guy is suing the city because he fell into a manhole. like a Buster Keaton scene. He fell into a manhole. You know, I wish that I could be a judge so I could preside on one of these cases. I'd be like, okay, we're gonna favor, award the plaintiff a pair of glasses. Next. I mean, at what point are we responsible for ourselves? And all these lawsuits, they turn into signs. And I think that's the part that really gets me. In every Marriott, across the country, in every state, there's now a sign that says, please make sure the water is not too hot before you step into the shower. I mean,
Oh my God.
it's all because one honey boo boo was trying to cash in. I was emotionally traumatized because the water scalded my body. Did you see? Remember the McDonald's hot coffee? That's me. That's me. The signs get to me. We're a little sign happy to begin with. There is a sign in a public bathroom I saw, a public bathroom for adults with directions on how to wash your hands. Like 5 steps. There were 5 steps to it. Oh, first the water and then the soap and then I rub. See, I was using my feet. Thank you for that. All right. So I hope I'm fiddling with my settings so you guys could hear the guitar better this time. So we'll play a couple of things here and see what's going on. Here's something that I think that should play on loop at the doctor's office. See if you can hear it. Must I always be waiting on you? Must I always be playing your fool? Then they take you from the waiting room to the holding area. Starts all over. Came in 15 minutes early for paperwork.
Yeah.
What else? I love me some Motown. I always enjoy hanging out on that channel on Sirius XM. Lionel Richie wrote Easy Like a Sunday Morning. I love that one. Clearly, that was before he had kids, because afterwards, Sunday's a rough shift. That's why I'm easy. Let go of your sister. I'm easy like a Sunday morning. Yeah. Legos in the hallway. That's why I'm easy. Did you brush your teeth? I'm easy like a Sunday morning. Oh, you're ready to go. No pants. Really? Morning. I want to get high.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I'll leave you guys with this. I think sometimes the children are writing the songs. They just tell me this couldn't be some kid who forgot to do his homework. Well, see, my story is about a horse in the desert.
No
On
name.
the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. All right, Jimmy, that's a good start. What'd you see there? What'd you see? There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There were sand and hills and rings. Oh, there were rings. Oh, that's interesting. What was the name of the horse?
No name.
No name.
All right. Well, Sally, how about you? Did you come up with a story? Yeah. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the mole. All right. I don't think that one's going to make it to the big stage, but I love to share it with my living room friends just the same. Okay. That's my time as your host. And thank you guys for bringing your A game. We cleaned up that background sound. So thank you, helpers. And we've got a great lineup for you tonight. Thank you for your comment, Erica Bernathan. And yeah, when you chat to, thank you, Carmen, America's sweetheart, Carmen and Tony. All right, guys. So your first comedian up is a super funny guy. He has been on Gabriel Iglesias' stand-up revolution. Put your hands together for Nat Baimel.
Nat.
Yes.
There he is.
Yes. Yes. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Wonderful. Hey, let me ask, are you mofos ready for some clean Christian comedy?
Yes.
Well, I hope not, because I'm
brother.
Jewish as heck. Shalom. Good. Yeah, you can tell how Jewish I am that even my headphones have curly sideburns coming from them. Oh, this is delightful. This is actually kind of bittersweet for me. A lot of comedians complain about doing Zoom shows. I don't, because during the pandemic, I actually got married and had a Zoom wedding. And the reason this is bittersweet is because there are more people at this show than were at my Zoom wedding. Yeah, I feel like, Jason, you should have booked my wedding. I would have gotten way more presents out of the deal. Also, I see you guys are from all over the country. That's amazing. I've been watching you in the chat. You guys getting wild up in them comments. I'll tell you about where I'm located. I actually live in Los Angeles, but I'm originally from Florida.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I always like to pause to see people's reaction. They're just like, uh-oh. Yeah, it's fun, like living in Los Angeles and being from Florida. It's really fun because whenever I tell people that I'm really into crystals, they're like, for healing or for meth? What are you? Yeah, laws like California and Florida, both my homes, very similar. California, where dreams go to die. Whereas Florida, where New Yorkers go to die. Yeah, my wife, she's from California, and she treats Florida the same way that a lot of women treat a stepson. Like, she accepts that it's a part of my life, but she's never really gonna love it like it's hers. And I don't blame her either, because Florida, we have a reputation. Like you guys just saw right now, whenever people find out that I grew up in Florida, they either assume that I must be brave, like a Special Olympian, or a maniac, like a drunk driver that took the legs of a Special Olympian. And everybody makes fun of Florida, but I'm going to stick up for it. Here's something you never hear. Here's a positive aspect of Florida. It is the most diverse place I've ever been to in my life. One time after doing a show in Ocala, Florida, I saw a black guy play beer pong with a cowboy during Latin dance night at an Irish bar owned by a Jew. When I saw that, I didn't know whether to shed a tear or yell bingo. That is the I know. And by the way, if you're wondering why Florida's so crazy, it's not as crazy as you might think. It's just more honest. It's upfront. Florida has something called sunshine laws, which makes it easy for reporters to access arrest records. That's why you see so many Florida man stories in the news. And honestly, that's why I love Florida, because Florida is honest and upfront with its crazy. Florida is like dating a woman in her 50s. They ain't hiding nothing. They just come right out with it. They're like, what up, boys? I got 4 divorces, 8 cats, and 2 years on probation. Who wants some? Florida and women in their 50s. Honest, hot, and shockingly moist. That's what they got. And honestly, I wish every state was so upfront with their crazy, let you know what to expect. The closest I ever saw was the one time I did a show in Mississippi. As soon as I crossed the state line, this is 100% true, I saw a billboard that said Mississippi our kids can't read. I found out later they were just trying to encourage parents to read to their kids, but my first thought upon seeing that was, well, if they're gonna make fun of them, at least they found a way they'll never know about. Yeah, I mentioned that I got married during the pandemic. My wife and I, this summer, we actually have been together for 10 years come August.
Oh, wow.
No. Yeah, and I gotta say, being in a relationship for so long, it's taught me a few things. The one thing it's really taught me is if you first start dating somebody, you have to pay attention to how they treat the wait staff. Super important. Because if they're the type of person that just barks orders, doesn't say please or thank you, and doesn't even treat the waiter like they're human, that means they probably come from money. So congrats on finding yourself a keeper. Good for you. Also, no matter how long you've been with somebody, no matter how great it's going, do not ever get a tattoo of your boyfriend's name. Unless his name is Jesus. Then, if he breaks up with you, your next boyfriend's not going to say, ooh, what did he do? They're going to say, what would he do? That's the most inspiring tramp stamp I've ever seen. The best piece of real advice I can give, and any of you who've been in a long-term relationship, I'm sure you'd agree with this, you're going to have your fair share of disagreements, and you have to learn to let some stuff go. Because if you hold on to resentment, that just festers away at you over time. And I'll give you an example of that. The biggest fight my wife Katie and I ever had was over a jar of salsa. When we first moved in together, she came home from the grocery store with an $8 jar of salsa because my girl is fancy like that. And the next day while she was at work, I was like, I wonder what $8 salsa tastes like. So I opened the jar, had some with lunch, closed the jar, and put it back in the cabinet where I found it. Those of you shaking your head right now and saying no, let me ask you something. What's it like being perfect and never making mistakes? I didn't know how to store $8 salsa because before I met Katie, the only condiment I used was Taco Bell hot sauce packets. And as some of you may know, the correct way to store those is to take the 9 fistfuls you stole from the restaurant and to throw it in a drawer filled exclusively with other Taco Bell hot sauce packets. Yes, some of you know about that, and I know you know about that because I once found a subreddit full of people showing off their sauce drawers. Who says white people don't have culture? Yeah, live Moss, honkies.
Can you run here for a second?
So 5 days later, I hear Katie yelling at me from the kitchen. Why is there mold in my salsa? And I said, I have no idea. You'd think for $8 that should last a little bit longer. I mean, I got about 400 Taco Bell hot sauce packets. That stuff's lasted since 3 Batmans ago. And Katie just looks at me with like anger and disappointment in herself and goes, how do you not know you're supposed to refrigerate after opening? It's on the label, Nat. And here's the thing. That's when I knew she was really pissed. Because if you've been with someone for more than 6 months and they call you by your actual name instead of your nickname, Ooh, you're about to get chewed out. Sometimes people ask, hey, is Nat short for something? Yeah,
I need
in
it
my
right now.
apartment, it's short for what the F, Nats? So I apologized to her, and I thought we were past it, but it turns out she didn't let it go. Because every single day when she came home with any jar of salsa or jelly, she would just go, where does this go after it's open? Which really pissed me off because being a condescending prick is my thing in the relationship. Anytime she says, hey baby, do I have any dark circles under my eyes? I go, yeah, they're called nipples. How do you not know this? I'd like to close by apologizing to all you women who can never ask that question to your husbands anymore. Guys, my name's Nat Baimel. Thank you so very much. This was a delight. Enjoy the rest of your lives. Shalom.
All right, let him hear it, everybody. Nat Baimel, everybody. You're getting some emojis in the chat section here.
They're not going to be good.
Susan Rourke gave you like an alien. I'm not even sure what that is. Funny Miller liked your set. My mom said funny. Joey and Michelle are here, and Joey said he can relate. His wife's Hispanic. Hey, what kind of ring is that, Nat? Is that like you got like a black wedding ring? Like tanzanite? Let me see that. What is it?
It's tungsten carbide. What do you got? Let's see your ring. Everybody, rings up, everybody.
Yeah, mine's a ring that won't break, Nat.
Well, my ring costs $50 because I'm a Hasidic Jew like that.
You're a hippie Jew, Nat.
I'm frugal.
You're frugal, yeah, I love it. And then it's so funny because everybody like Florida deserves it, like Florida Man that Nat's talking about. You guys have to check out #Florida Man. It's like everybody picks on Florida. It's become like the Spirit Airlines of U.S. states. Like, everybody's got a set about Florida. But yours is super funny, dude. Appreciate you doing it. Silicone wedding ring, said Scott. Thanks, brother. We appreciate you doing it and kicking it off so strong, kicking in the door for us. All right. Yeah, nicely done. Nicely done. All right. Your next comedian, ladies and gentlemen, he is coming to us from the balmy state of Wisconsin. He used to live here in LA, and I was bummed when he left. He is one of the few people that we've had back to live comedy in your living room. He's just that funny. Put your hands together for Johnny Beehner.
Oh.
Hey, first of all, can you guys hear me okay?
A little louder, Johnny.
Okay, good.
A little louder, Johnny.
A little louder. Okay, is this better?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I gotta be honest with you. I woke up this morning and my throat was sort of hurting, so I am gonna try to not talk a whole lot during my set. I am married. I love being married. It's great. It's great being married. We got married people in the crowd. Yeah. Lots of married people. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Me and my wife, we have 2 beautiful children. We have a 3rd kid too. Doing good. It's doing good. We actually had an anniversary recently. It was kind of a milestone anniversary. It was the big I don't know, 9 or 10. And we went out for date night. I don't know, people always get excited about date night, like, oh, that's such a nice treat, date night. When I hear date nights coming up, I get a little knot in my stomach, because to me, all date night is a designated opportunity to talk about all your money problems without the convenient interruption of children. Okay. I would much rather change a poopy diaper than talk about the addition she wants to get on the back of the house. You cannot afford. Thank you very much. My wife's great. And you know what's funny? This is going to sound weird to say, but I could have very easily married the girl I dated before my wife, but it wasn't meant to be. my ex, she was cross-eyed, and I just kept feeling like she was seeing someone else. That always gets the same reaction, and I can't tell if it's because it's mean or because it's just a terrible joke.
Funny is funny.
That's right. That's right. Whoever said that funny is funny. Oh my gosh. We had a tough time naming our kids. We would just fight every time. You know, me and my wife don't fight, but man, naming the kids is tough. So we took turns naming our kids. That's what we did. She went first. She named my daughter, and she named her Edie. Her name is Edie after I don't know, probably her mom or dad or something. So my daughter's name is Edie Beehner. And thank you. I don't know. That always gets a laugh. That's my daughter's name, but that's fine. Okay. That always gets a laugh. I think that's the only joke I tell. I don't even think it's a joke, but it always gets a laugh, and I don't understand. Is it because it sounds like a Star Wars character? You know what it is? It sounds like a Star Wars character. Hey, R2D2, why don't you go clean off Edie Beehner? So I got to name my son, right? So it's my turn. We got girl, then boy, then girl. So we're naming my son. Now I am a big Michael Jordan fan. Huge Michael Jordan fan. I watched all his games. Had the Air Jordan sneakers when I was younger. So and then now they're re-releasing them, so I'm buying them again. Whatever. So my son's name is Basketball Shoe, and we call him Shoe. There's actually another basketball in his class, and he wants to be confused. So he's a good kid, though. This kid's hilarious. He, you know what's funny is this isn't funny. It's a terrible story. He had a leopard gecko, one of those little lizards, and I accidentally he loved that thing, and I accidentally killed it. I'm not gonna get into detail.
Oh no.
And I felt so bad, so I got him a guinea pig, and he totally noticed. And then we got a third one. We got a little baby girl, and I just assumed it was my wife's turn to name her, and she said no. I think it's important we do it together. So I was like, all right, this is gonna be a nightmare, and it was, because here's how it worked. Anytime she would say a name I didn't like, I would just tell her, no, I hate that name. We're not using it. And she'd be like, okay, that's fine. We'll just put that in the maybe pile. Weird place to put the name I said I hate. Because here's the thing. Anytime I would say a name that she didn't like, instead of just saying, no, next, move on, here's what she would do. She would look at me, and she would say the name back to me like 3 times really slowly, like she's having a stroke or something. I said, Ruth. Hi, my name is Ruth Beehner. I'm Ruth. I wouldn't say it like that. There's only one U. I don't know why you're adding all those U's. It's R-U-T-H. I did that with every name. Oh, really? Betsy? Hi, my name's Betsy Beehner. My name's Betsy Beehner. Nice to meet you. I'm Betsy Beehner. I'm like, what the? Why are you doing? That's not fair. Any name is going to sound stupid if you say Beehner right after it. You know what I mean? That's not fair. Anyway, I don't even remember what we ended up settling on, but they're good kids. Love them all to pieces. What do you guys think? Is three a lot? Is that a lot of kids?
Yeah.
Yep.
See, I don't think it is. I'm from a big family. I'm from 7. Growing up, I knew a lot of people that are from a big family. All my brothers and sisters were from a big family.
Right?
And, you know what 3 is? 3 is just enough. 3 is just enough to justify having a Costco membership. Okay. Let me tell you, I love me some Costco. Okay. This is the part of the show. I apologize. I'm not going to tell any jokes. This is just where I talk about how much I love warehouse shopping, okay, like Costco. Let's just say hypothetically you're a family of 30, okay. You each want a red potato. Well, you got choice. You can make 30 trips back and forth to your local Pick and Save, Hy-Vee, whatever, and get a red potato each time, or you can go to Costco and get yourself one bag that has 30 red potatoes in it. Some of you are staring at the screen like, hey, what is this? Whatever. I'm not a family of 30. I don't care. I'm not a family of 30. It's just me and my wife. Well, you know what? Let's say it's just you and your wife, okay? It's just you and your wife. And you each want 15 red potatoes. All right. We're going to bail on that one. That one's pretty much done. Okay.
He let the bet go with that.
I went to someone commented on my ring. Now there you go.
That's a good one.
Look at that ring. That's legit. All right. Well, it's my third one, so I hope it's legit. Okay. It's not my third marriage. It's my third ring because I kept losing them. It's funny when you do that, your ring gets cheaper each time. Just the way it works. Anyway, yeah. So I went to the doctor, and my blood work was not great. It is not a great report. Okay. I did to try to I knew it wasn't going to be good. So I recently started running. I got into running. I figure, hey, what better time to start running than right after I moved out of Los Angeles and into Wisconsin. Okay. I don't know why that happened. And I ran my first marathon at the end of last year. I ran the Madison Marathon. You guys should all be clapping. That's right. I'm a great person. That was a hard thing to do, and I'm better than all of you. But here's the thing. Whenever I tell people that I ran a marathon, and I do, right after I meet them, they say the same thing. I was like, "Oh my gosh, you ran a marathon? Oh, that's crazy. Did you poop your pants?" That's what people ask after did I poop? You know what? That's none of their business. You know what I mean? Okay. Here's what you do. Let me tell you this. If you meet someone and they tell you they ran a marathon, don't ask them that because even if they did, they'll just say yes, and there's no story. You gotta let them tell the story, right? So here's what you do. You say, "Oh my gosh, you ran a marathon. That's crazy. Good job. Did anything interesting happen?" Because then we get excited, and then I can be like, "Oh, you know what? Actually, something interesting did happen. Kind of around mile 1, my stomach started," and then I can tell my story. One. That was the punchline. You guys were waiting for something else. That's fine. I'll tell you this. Okay, let's get into some serious business. There's a lot of inequality between men and women, right? You can all agree.
Sure.
It's terrible. I think it's awful. I do. I don't know if you guys saw this. This was a few years ago. There was a viral video, and it was of a woman walking around New York City, downtown New York, Manhattan, very crowded. She didn't have any pants on. She had blue jeans painted on her naked lower half. And nobody batted an eye. She's walking around. I watched that. I don't know if you guys saw. I watched that video a bunch of times. Anyway, but she's walking around, and I thought to myself, "Wow, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting?" I thought, you know what? I'm going to do a little social experiment. Because I'm not a bystander. So I thought, and I researched it. I found a company that does the body painting. I had them do body painting on my they body painted khaki pants on my naked lower half. Okay. And then I went to this children's trampoline park, and say we got different reactions is the understatement of the century, folks. I'm gonna leave you with that mental image. You guys have been great. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, Jason.
All right. Hi, Beehner, everybody. Let him hear it. Oh, it's funny, man. Too good. Yeah, you're getting comments in the chat section here. Susan Rourke said that last one killed her. Ann Romero, I think she's just chanting your name there, Johnny. Johnny.
I'll take it.
Kim Glazer. Oh, here, by the way, everybody, I'm going to put up, while I'm talking, I'm going to put up our next show, which is right there, Sunday, March 6th. And we hope you'll join us. We're going to do everything we can to find one white square each month. We can do this, damn it. Susan is worried that you have COVID, Johnny. Are you sure you don't?
Why? Do I look like I have COVID? I think it's the lighting. Is that what it is? It's the
It's
lighting.
either you have COVID or you just ran a marathon. One of those. No, she was talking about your voice. I mean, yeah, you said that your voice hurt.
Oh, well, that's nothing.
Ah,
That's
you
good.
did
That's
a
good.
joke.
It's not COVID. It's not. I've got 3 kids. Trust me. I take 2 COVID tests every day. Make sure they can go to school.
I had a quick question, Johnny. How do you keep losing wedding rings? What are you doing, man? Have you considered
just general lack of, I think I get it sized wrong. Well, and also I lost a lot of weight, so my fingers got skinnier. So
Oh, there it is. See, it's that marathon running. There you go.
There you go.
Big mistake.
You do look like it's a slimmer version of yourself since last we spoke.
I think he's just pooping his pants.
Yeah, I pooped it all out. I pooped out all my weight.
Yeah, Christine Elliott was asking, is that a real thing, Johnny? People crap their pants while they're running?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? If you have an afternoon free, go on YouTube and you can see it happen.
Wow.
Not me.
Maybe the runners should use painted on jeans and make it easier. Just
Good line there.
right. Moving on.
Good line. Good line.
Okay. Are you guys ready for your next comedian?
Yes.
All right. Well, you're in for a treat. I only met your next comedian recently, but he's a professional. He's super funny. He just headlined the Ventura Harbor Comedy Club and killed it. He's been on Heart of the City with Kevin Hart. Put your hands together for Rob Ward.
On me. Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me good?
Yeah.
I'm on Eastern Standard. I'm on Eastern Standard Time, so my kids are asleep. So I gotta sneak into a comedy show. But everybody can hear me though, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
We can hear our
Thank-
volume up.
Okay, thank you. Oh, okay, appreciate it. Thank you. That was very supportive. It started off weird already. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing?
Good.
All right, man. Thank you for having me, man. I tried to click through the squares and see if there's any other Black people. I don't think so. Look like I'm the only one.
It don't matter.
Jason said next show we're trying to find some white squares. I thought you were about to say white people. I said we got enough. I was about to cut them off. Say that's enough, man. This is man. This is cool. I told Jason this is only like my second Zoom comedy show. I was telling him, he was like, oh man, it'll be great. And the show's great and everybody's super fun. You guys seem super fun. This is the first show I've ever got paid. I said, Jason, how much does it pay? He said, I'll give you my Netflix password. So this is the first show I've ever done for it. If you think about it, it's 12 minutes for $240 since Netflix just raised their prices. That's a good deal. That's a good deal about this. I heard my buddy talking about Florida, man. I travel to Florida a lot. I tour in Florida a lot. Florida's scary to go to during the pandemic, man, because Florida was the only state to me that did not care at all about COVID. I mean, COVID didn't care. Florida stayed open the whole COVID pandemic. Florida, the rest of the country was looking at Florida like we were on punishment, watching other kids play outside. We just like, man, I want to go out there. Florida didn't care, man. So I'm a father of 3 as well. I got 3 daughters. Usually people clap, but y'all feel sorry for me. That's all. 3 daughters, man. 3 daughters, man. I got a COVID baby too. I got a Corona baby. She's 1 year old. Yeah, she's one. It was nothing to do. But get it on, man. My wife. We got a COVID baby. Oh man, I've never seen a 6-month-old know how to use hand sanitizer. That's how you know you got. My daughter came out of my wife wearing a mask. No lie, she had a mask during the pandemic. Her name is Ruby.
Ruby.
Thank you. Thank you. Three daughters, man. I got an 11-year-old, I got a 7-year-old, and I got a 1-year-old. My 7-year-old. Yeah. I wish you would help me because they drive me crazy. My 7-year-old is amazing. They say don't have a favorite kid, but my 7-year-old probably my favorite. I won't lie to you. My 7-year-old is my favorite. You love who loves you back. My 7-year-old is amazing. She's my spirit baby. She acts just like me. She's a sweetheart. Now, one thing I will say, sometimes my daughter is a little sensitive. Like prime example, I wasn't a bully in school, right? But I was one of those kids that used to tease other kids, and it's cracking little jokes. That's how comedy started. And my daughter, she's the complete opposite though, right? She's always trying to make friends. She's always trying to just be somebody's friend. And I told her, I said, hey, baby, you got to toughen up because kids in school can be mean. And daddy is pretty good at cracking jokes. So I'm going to teach you how to tell this one joke at this level. All you got to say, if anybody ever tries to be mean to you, baby, all you have to say is, yo mama. Say yo mama. If you're Say yo mama, bro. So me and my daughter are practicing for weeks. Her godfather comes over. He's a comedian too, right? And it's so sweet. It was the cutest thing ever. I said, hey man, we got to toughen her up. He goes in the room. He said, I got you. We're comedians. I'm a comedian. You're a comedian. She's going to be funny. He goes in the room. It's the cutest thing ever. He goes in the room. He walks up to my daughter. He's like, hey, what's up, big head? Trying to test her, right? My daughter with the most confidence says, my mama. I said, oh. I said, they're gonna tease my baby.
Oh, that's funny.
My mama. Oh, man. No, there you go. No, it's she's a sweetheart, man. She really is, man. I remember too, like fanny packs started coming back, right? All the fanny packs were coming back, and my daughter's like, she got a phone, she got a cell phone, so she's like super airheaded. She kept losing this fanny, everything she put in this fanny pack, she kept losing. So I sat her down, and said, baby, you beg for that phone, you beg for this fanny pack. I need you to be more responsible. Right now, you're too irresponsible. So now you can't take this fanny pack out the house with any items in it because you're too irresponsible. Now, guys, I didn't know a simple conversation like that was going to come back up. A couple hours later, go to my aunt's house. We go to my aunt's house, who's a diabetic, right? And my daughter looks at my aunt's leg and say, hey, look, Dad, she lost her leg. She irresponsible too. I said, oh. I said, why would you say that, baby? I said, that's funny as hell, but why would you say that? Who was that? So I was like, no, it was cool. No, my aunt laughed at it. She laughed at it. My aunt has a great sense of humor. She was mad that, the other family members didn't treat her the same. My family is a jokester. All we do is joke. And she was mad at everybody being sympathetic. Yeah, she's mad at everybody being sympathetic to her. And I said, well, I got a ton of jokes about one leg. So I So I literally bought her a pair of jeans for Christmas and cut one leg off.
Wrong leg.
Oh, that was funny. It would have been. I should have did the wrong leg. She had to wear them backwards. That was hilarious. I love having 3 daughters, though. I do. I love having 3 daughters. It's amazing. I thought I wanted a son. I did. This last one, Ruby, I was hoping for a son. But now that Ruby's here and I got 3 daughters, I'm the king of the castle. Even our wiener dog is a girl. I mean, my wife, the dog, the girls are dogs. I mean, I'm so emotional. I'm so emotional now. I used to be such a tough guy, man. I cry at everything now. Now I'm the biggest crybaby. And true story, the other day we were watching Finding Nemo, and I started crying. And my daughter's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "What if you were lost? I can't do this." And all you had was a little fin. I don't know what I'll do. I thought I wanted a boy. I got a lot of nephews, and this is why I know I don't want any boys, because I yelled at my daughter the other day, and she got emotional, and I was looking for her, and I went upstairs and I saw that she was hiding under her bed crying. I started crying. We started talking about what she did wrong. We went downstairs. We had some ice cream. It was a beautiful moment. I said, this is why I love being a girl. You want to know what happened with my nephew? When my nephew got in trouble the other day, I ain't got a punchline for this. My sister yelled at my nephew, and he went in the kitchen and pooped in the refrigerator. I mean, I don't even have. I don't even have a
Got
punchline.
nothing for this
He
one.
would he pooped in the refrigerator, man. I said, man, you know how pissed off you got to be to poop by the apples. I was like,
You run a marathon.
somebody said,
That's funny.
that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
I got no
Oh
punch.
man, man. And then I just got back from California, as Jason said. I headlined Ventura Comedy Club out there. That was super good. You know, the weed in California is too strong. I mean, it is too strong. I know you can go in the stores. I don't even smoke weed. This is how I know the weed is too strong. I didn't want to drive in California, so I requested an Uber, and the Uber was taking forever to get to my hotel. I look at the Uber app, and the driver is at the gas station, right? And I'm like, hey, man, where are you? I'm starving. Can you come get me? Where are you? I thought you were getting gas. He said, man, you see where I'm at. Walk across the street to the gas station. I said, geez, that was rude. I get to the gas station. He's sitting on the passenger seat, rolling a joint, saying, man, you got to drive. I'm high as hell. I said,
What the
I said, man, I'm not paying for this if I got to drive, man. This is... He was stuck at the gas station. It was too strong. I don't smoke weed. I don't partake in weed. I think weed it lasts too long. This is why I don't smoke weed. This is a true story. And bear with me. Hear the whole story out before you guys judge me. This is why I don't smoke weed. One time I wasn't smoking. One time me and my brother had moved into our first apartment. We celebrate being bachelors. We celebrate being adults. My brother meets these neighbors down the hall. They make us these edible brownies, right? Now, guys, I've never had an edible. Yeah, I've never had an edible. I didn't know you only supposed to eat one edible and give it some time. Guys, I had like 5 or 6 brownies. Hey, like 5 or 6 brownies. Man, I was dipping them in milk. I was warming them up in the microwave.
Talk about life.
This is why I got so high and paranoid, and I get really paranoid. I got so high and paranoid that I thought my brother was flirting with me. Let me tell you guys what happened. My brother smokes a lot of weed. He smokes a lot of weed. So I'm eating these brownies and I start to freak out. I start getting paranoid. My brother's like, listen, go get in the shower and you'll come down. Right. So and we just moved into this apartment. So all the boxes and the bathroom stuff was boxed up. So there's no towels in the bathroom. So I go get in the shower, and anybody here smoke weed or did an edible knows that if you get in the shower, it intensifies your high. Right. So I'm in the shower and I'm washing up and I'm getting even more paranoid. And for some strange reason, as I put the soap on, I felt sexy as hell. I won't lie. I felt so sexy. putting this soap on. And the paranoia is still going up, right? And all I can think to myself is, oh man, what if my brother set this up? What if he got me high, took all the towels out the bathroom, waited till I put this soap on, so that he could try to get this chocolate deliciousness, right? So I'm freaking out. So I'm thinking in my head, I gotta get past my brother. Without my brother seeing how sexy I am, right? There's no towels in the bathroom. No towels in the bathroom. So I start to come out the bathroom. And this is where it gets a little weird. I kept the soap on.
Not got weird yet.
Not weird yet.
This is where it gets weird. I kept the soap on, y'all. I kept the soap on. Because I was feeling sexy. I kept the soap on. I don't know why. At this point, I'm teasing them, right? So I started to come out the bathroom, and I'm almost to my room. And the floor makes like that squeaky noise, right? That old apartments and old houses make. And my brother hears this noise, and he turns his head really slow and starts staring at me. And I start staring at him. In all honesty, I know my brother's like, why the hell are you standing there naked with soap on? But in my mind, I was like, oh snap. He just realized how irresistible I am. So
this just got out.
I'm standing there with all this soap on. I'm paranoid. I'm scared as hell. The only thing I could think to say to protect myself was, "Hey, man, please don't touch me. Please don't touch me." About that story. My brother hates that joke too. He does. He hates that joke too. Man. Because my brother doesn't play that. My brother he's a tough guy. He's the tough guy of the family. This is how tough. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. This is how tough my brother is. One time, me and my brother were sitting around with our friends, and we're talking about what we would do if we ever got robbed. Right. And my brother instantly turns into this Cleveland guy. He's like, "Oh man, if I ever get robbed, I would beat the dude up and take his gun." It's like, shut up. No, you wouldn't. You don't know what you would do. Guys, I've been robbed before. I didn't get brave. I didn't get scared. My mind literally just drew a blank. I'll tell you what happened. I remember I was working at this convenience store. This dude walks in with this ski mask on, right? Never been robbed. Didn't know what to do. They didn't train us. As he's slowly approaching the counter with the ski mask on, the only thing I could think to say to protect myself was, "Hey, man, you can't have that type of mask on in this store."
No.
He pulls out a gun. He said, "Man, you think this is funny?" I said, "Oh, you really can't have that firearm here. They got signs up and everything." You're going to get us both in trouble, man.
Good job.
Hey, thank you. Hey, you guys are laughing, but I got employee of the month that month. That was a good month. Hey, thank you guys. That's my time. Appreciate it. Thank you guys.
All right, Rob Ward, everybody, let him hear it. Nicely done, man. Hey, Rob, what are you doing in the background there? Are you trying to, what is that background? Are you trying to solve the flight 828 back there? What do you got?
No. I ran out of time. I was gonna tell y'all, right? So I got an 11-year-old, and I was gonna talk about how sassy my 11-year-old was, right? We never did vision boards, and my 11-year-old, this is how sassy is. She didn't want to do it, right? Here's my vision board. This is my vision board. Work out, eat better, save money. That's my wife. This is my wife's vision board. This is my wife. This is my wife's. That's my wife's vision. Yep. And this is how sassy. This is how sassy my 11-year-old. She did not want to do it. She didn't even try. Look, everybody's vision board is this is what my 11-year-old did. This is she did not want to do it. I was gonna talk about that, but I ran out of time.
She phoned it in. I love it.
That's it. So those are our vision boards.
I love it, man. I love it. What a cool family you got. That's awesome.
Thank you.
You got a lot of good. Yeah, stay away from that fridge, by the way. I saw it in the background there.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna put up the tip jar while I am quoting this to you, Rob. You can check it out in the chat room. But Susan Johnson, she wanted to see your ring. I guess this is the night of showing her rings off. That's pretty solid.
This is my everyday ring. I have a nice diamond ring that my wife got me. This is my everyday ring. So I don't lose the nice one.
2 wedding rings?
I have 2 wedding rings. Well, yeah, I got 2 bands, 2 wedding bands.
Oh.
2 wedding rings. Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody only has one. Nobody has a nice one, and then a everyday.
Yeah,
one.
well, that's just like for the nice guests, you bring out the diamond one, and otherwise
exactly.
Vagina of diamond rings.
Yeah. Well, if you're balling like that, Rob, by all means.
Hey, I just got paid. I just got paid doing for a Netflix password. I'm not balling at all.
So Bunny Miller
somebody
said,
want to tip me. Somebody tip me their hula hoop password. That's what I need.
That's funny, brother. Well, check out the chat. You got a lot of cool comments there, and we appreciate you doing it, man. Okay, are you guys ready for your final comedian? No. One of you is not. Are the rest of you ready for your final comedian? Well, this guy is super funny. I've been trying to get him on the show for quite some time, but he works a lot, but he was available today. So we finally got him. He has a very popular dry bar comedy special. Check it out. He's got over 1 million YouTube hits. 1 million. Put your hands together. Where is he? I can't find him there.
Hello, I'm in here.
There he is.
Waving
Andrew
at you.
Rivers.
Hello. Greetings, everybody. Oh, wow. I get to look at myself the whole time. This is going to be distracting. It's good to be here, man. I had a COVID scare a couple weeks ago. I was drinking a soda and I couldn't taste anything. And then I realized it was just a LaCroix. All right, it's just the first joke. It's going to get better from here, I promise. Rusty, my job's been illegal for the last year, so just been sitting around collecting unemployment, pretty humbling when the government is like, hey, we'll pay you to not tell jokes. I'm like, wow. I was going okay, but I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty nice. When that $600 bonus was active, I was making like 80% of my normal salary as a comedian. Now I didn't have to pay for plane tickets or hotels or sex. I was saving so much money. Hey, that joke is so believable, but good to be here with you guys. I went to school here, actually, University of Phoenix online. So good to be back. I played volleyball, obviously. I live by a school and I'm allowed to. And it's weird to live by a school because I always see kids in the neighborhood walking home from school by themselves. It's always the loser kids with no friends, I always get sentimental because that used to be me. I always want to go up to them like, hey, I'm you from the future. Make some friends. This doesn't work out well for us. Yelling at random kids on the street, drop that stupid stick, you're not a wizard. He's like, those are my crutches. Whatever, loser. I just turned 36 years old, which means I love my parents now. It's pretty new. Thank you. It takes a while. I guess that's what happens as you get older. You relate to them more. Not that 36 is old. I'm not, moving to Florida, but it's different. When I was in my 20s, I was like, I'm invincible. I'll party all night. Now I'm in my 30s. I'm like, I can't leave the house. I had too much dairy. You know what I mean? I used to try to fix stuff. I'd be like, my neck hurts. I'll go to the chiropractor. Now I'm like, I just won't look left for a couple weeks. That's fine. I live in London. It's not important, but I love my parents. I worry about him. My dad just bought a gun for the first time in his life, which is very scary because he's 65. Which is when you want to get your first gun, right? 65. Right? That's when the mind is at its sharpest, I can hit all the targets at once. I'm like, there's one target. You have bad vision. And he bought the gun and then he told me about it. And immediately he was like, don't tell anybody. So just keep this between us, all right? What do you mean, don't tell anybody? Isn't that the point of having guns? You tell everyone you have a gun, then they don't come to your house. He was like, nah, man, element of surprise. Who are your enemies? You live in the woods and make honey. I don't think it's that gangster of an operation, okay? It's pet bees. Calm down, Breaking Bad, For his birthday recently, I bought him a tracker for his keys because he's always losing his keys. And he just bought a gun. You guys remember where this joke was going. But it was literally like a month before his birthday. I was trying to pick out a gift. And then I heard a story. One day, my dad was going to work and he couldn't find his keys. Like he got in his car and he couldn't find his keys that he just unlocked his car with. Does that make sense? Literally, he got in the car. He said, beep, beep. He sat down. He was like, where did I put him? So he did the only reasonable thing he could think of. He went back in the house, stole my mom's keys, and then just drove to work as if nothing happened. And when he got home, he found his keys on the roof of his car the whole time. And, he just bought a gun. You guys don't seem as worried as you should be. They're giving them to anybody. I think the element of surprise is going to be when someone breaks into his house and he can't find his gun. You know, he's like, hey, I got a tracker for it. Quiet. Beeping. It says 3 meters to the left. What's a meter? Oh, go back to your country. In the language. My dad's been sober for 30 years, which is suspicious. Because I'm 36, so I'm sure that's just a coincidence, right? Definitely an awkward conversation to have. Like, hey, what was your rock bottom? Whoa, you appreciate it. I have no idea what I did as a kid, but I imagine he sat me down and was like, look, if I don't quit drinking, one of us isn't going to make it. So I'm glad he made the right choice. I would have missed him, but I'm not sober yet. I would like to quit drinking eventually, but I'm worried that if I do, I'll have to get a personality. Seems like a lot of work. I'm trying to moderate my drinking for now. It's not great. I'm just trying to make a decision before a judge makes one for me, you know? So my new life motto is that 2 drinks is the new midnight, right? Because when I was growing up, my dad would always be like, nothing good happens after midnight, right? Sure, we've all heard that lecture. Nothing open but legs, hospitals, and ATMs. Nobody skips a generation. So, and look, it's great dad advice. If you're withdrawing money from an ATM at 1 a.m, like it's not going to charity. You know what I mean? Red Cross doesn't have a drop box. It's 9 a.m. Puerto Rico time. They need it now. So, yeah, if you're withdrawing money for charity at 1 a.m, that's the stripper's name, you know, which no judgment. I bought plenty of textbooks. Those girls got to go to school. But for me, 2 drinks is the new midnight because nothing good happens after 2 drinks. For me, I'm a lightweight. I have 2 drinks. I'm like, I feel so sexy and successful. This is amazing, you know? And your drunk logic is like, if I feel this good after 2 drinks, imagine how I'd feel after 17, right? But it's never a continuous experience. A lot of diminishing returns, you know, to 3 drinks. And it's pretty much the same. So it tricks you. You're like, well, nothing bad has happened. I just got to keep drinking. It's like, no, you don't unlock new levels. Tone it down. Get to 4 drinks, it starts going back down. It's real subtle at first, but 4 drinks, you're like, I should call my ex-girlfriend. She wants to hear from me at 1 a.m, you know? 5 drinks, you're like, condoms are overrated, you know? And then get to 7 drinks, you're like, I'm going to be a comedian. Like, no good decision. Thanks for laughing at that. At least he's self-aware he made a poor choice. I came up with the rule because I had an incident. I got a little too drunk one time and I ended up texting an ex-girlfriend, not in like a sappy, like, oh, I miss your cuddles. I'm too gangster for that. I was at a bar and it was Easter Sunday. So I was like, what would Jesus do? You know? I was at a bar. A 65-year-old man walked into the bar wearing a dress, which is very funny. And he wasn't transitioning. If he was, the drugs were not effective. He had full beard. He wasn't wearing makeup. He wasn't trying to look pretty. That's all I'm going to assume. I think he was just drunk. It was like 17 drinks. Oh, wear a dress in public. I'm hilarious. You know, which, again, you know, live your life, Senator. Nothing wrong over here. I took a photo with like, you know, me and Mrs. Doubtfire. And then I sent that to my ex-girlfriend. And I was like, I've moved on. And will you guys text her and let her know that's funny? Because I'm still blocked. So it's been a real tough time. Went through a breakup, obviously, but don't worry, I'm gonna get her back with these jokes. It was a real surprise breakup. I didn't see it coming at all. I was always trying to keep things spicy in the bedroom, so we always played a game that was her favorite. It's called Sexy Librarian, where I'm not allowed to talk and she reads a book instead. And I never got to be librarian. Let's switch it up once in a while, you know. We had a lot of communication issues. I realized she was always trying to hint things to me during the relationship, but I'm an idiot, you know. One morning she was like, I had a dream last night that you started working out and you got super ripped. It was so sexy. I'm like, oh, I had a dream that you accepted me for who I was, you know, but that's not winning you any awards there. Oh, I won the battle, but I lost the girl, you know. So. After we broke up, I was replaced by a dog, which is refreshing to know that the relationship wasn't my fault after all. She just needed someone that would actually obey her commands. Some of the guys are laughing right now. They're like, she's right here. And I can't laugh at that joke. But I don't know. It's been a crazy year and a half or two. I don't know how long this thing's been going on, but I just been sitting around watching Netflix, and it's pretty good. Although I have a hard time picking out a movie on Netflix. Like I'll spend more time picking out a movie than the length of the movie. I wasn't sure if I should watch. I could have just watched the movie and found out you got to pick the right movie for the right situation. You know, I was Netflix and chilling with a girl one time, right? But she picked out too good of a movie. So halfway through, she started to make her move. I had to be like, hey, get off me. This is an important plot point. All right. This movie won an Oscar, babe. There's subtitles. I got to pay attention, you know? I think they should recategorize movies on Netflix by how much attention you have to pay to the plot line in order to follow along. Because you want to know what you're getting invested into, right? The bottom of the scale would be like Fast and Furious movies. You know, you're like, oh, Fast and Furious is on. Perfect. Let me go get my taxes. I can do that at the same time. Right? Just every 15 minutes, you look up like, oh, Vin Diesel's winning. He's fast. Yeah. Oh, cool. Then you go do your laundry and you come back. You're like, oh, he's losing. He's furious. Oh, what a good name for the movie. All right. Hey, thank you guys very much. My name is Andrew Rivers.
Don't go.
That was 12 minutes for me, but
yeah, man, nice.
Early on that one.
Nicely done, brother. All right, let him hear it, everybody. Andrew Rivers. Super funny, man.